VW ID.7 Touring, PCP, personal lease, or even salary sacrifice. Let's find out which is best. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, folks. JD here again. So today's video, we're going to look at the VW ID.7 Touring. Some amazing deals on this car at the moment, as you'll see in a minute. And what I normally do with this series of videos is we compare a PCP deal, personal contract plan, personal lease, and then if we can get it on salary sacrifice, what might it look like for a couple of different salary levels. So if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. It's all about trying to better educate you when it comes to financing vehicles, what different finance terms mean, what is a PCP, what is HP, what is regulated, what is APR, what is voluntary termination, all these sorts of things. There's loads of content on the channel. So if you like what you see, please do hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so that you are notified as and when I release new content. I've got a couple of tools available, one of which I will be using today, one which enables you to work out your own PCP, your settlement calculations, overpayment calculations, that kind of thing. And then the one I'm using today is a tool which I released a couple of years ago to enable you to work out what your take-home pay might be if you were to salary sacrifice an element of your salary to lease a car through an employer's scheme. Okay, so over to business. So I did a little bit of searching and I went onto the VW website and they've got some pretty good offers on PCP at the moment. So this is the ID.7 Tourer. It is the GTX 4Motion, 86 kilowatt hour, so it's a decent sized battery, should have a decent range, providing it's reasonably efficient. It's an expensive car. It's got a retail price of $62,710, and as I do with all these videos, we assume that we're not adding any other options on. It's as the car comes. I've put in 10,000 miles per year. I've put in a duration of 24 months, and I've put in a customer deposit of £500. Right. So what's that coming out at? Well, the good news is it's 0% APR. They are also giving you £1,000 deposit contribution, which means our total deposit is £1,500 and 2 pence somehow. Now, what is it going to cost us then? So £500 deposit, £1,286 per month. That's a lot of money. So let's compare it. So let's go into here. And what we would do is put these figures in. So on a PCP, we have got, let's remind ourselves. Now, if you've seen my previous video, which was on the Ioniq 6, I was talking about when you ask for a 2-year deal, make sure it's 24 months or 23 months if you're comparing apples with apples. That one with Hyundai was a 25-month agreement. So month one was effectively where you put your deposit in, and then it's 24 equal payments. With this look, it's 23 equal payments. So that can make a big difference, because if you were comparing this with another dealer on 24 months, their monthly payment might be slightly lower, but because you've got one extra month, the charges across the term are actually higher. So make sure you always compare exactly the same terms when you're looking at finance deals. So deposit is 500 quid and the monthly payment is 1238.56. So we've basically got 23 of those, so that times 23, plus our deposit of 500 quid, and we're assuming we're going to hand the car back at the end of the 2 years. We're not going to own it. If we did want to own it, we would have to pay another £32,723. So across the term, that's going to cost us, across 2 years, £28,986.88. What about on a personal lease then? So over to Lease Loco, great website. If you've never used it before, it's like confused.com, moneysupermarket.com for leasing vehicles. It's really good, and they score their deals so you know when it's a good time to take on a lease. So here's the same car, look, ID.7 Tourer, 86 kilowatt hour, 4Motion GTX. Let's have a look on a personal lease then. So 2 years, 10,000 miles a year, and we're going to put 1 month in. So pretty close, £515 upfront payment, if you like, followed by 23 payments of £515.40. So deposit 515.40 and a monthly payment of 515.40, obviously. So across the term, it's basically that times 24. You've got 23 equal payments plus your upfront payment. So across the term, in this example, £12,369, which is a saving compared to PCP of £16,617, or £692 a month cheaper to lease versus PCP. Now, what about salary sacrifice? So salary sacrifice, if you're not sure, what the term salary sacrifice means is that you can choose to give up some of your salary for a benefit. So it could be private medical insurance, it could be, you can even do it with groceries, although you don't save the tax, you only save the national insurance. But basically you give up some of that salary, and rather than paying tax and national insurance to the tax person, HMRC, you can use all of that to lease a car, and therefore you save the tax and the national insurance on the amount that you're sacrificing. So it makes it even cheaper. So there's lots of salary sacrifice schemes out there. Some include insurance and gap cover and that kind of thing. What I'm going to do here is I just take a business lease and work out what it would cost. So take a business lease. So let's change this to business on Lease Loco. And that's coming out at $429.50 plus VAT. Now, when you use a company car, a company leased car in this example, for personal use, you can only reclaim, or the employer can only reclaim half the VAT. So we're going to assume we need to add 10% VAT onto this. So that's coming out, look, at $429.50 plus 10%. So the amount we need to sacrifice out of our salary would be $472.45 or £5,669.40 per year. So you would take that off your salary and you'd use it for the car. Now, just be aware, if your taxable salary is coming down, it can affect other things. So it can affect things like getting a personal loan or getting a mortgage application because your taxable pay is reduced. Just something to be aware of. So let's put this now into our tax calculator. So we're going to assume we've got the same standard tax code fixed until 2028, unfortunately at the moment, of 1257L. And let's assume we earn £50,000 a year. And we're not going to take anything else off. So no other deductions for pension, any other kind of salary sacrifice. We're going to just sacrifice our car, which we said was $5,669.40 for the year. So that means our taxable pay reduces to $44,339. And then we have to remember to change our tax code because we pay company car tax, the benefit in kind, if you like. And the way that's worked out and the way that electric vehicles are so attractive for these kind of schemes is because it's only 2%. Some cars are 30% plus. And what that means is you take effectively the purchase price or the P11D value, you multiply that by the benefit in kind rate, and that amount comes off your tax code. So in this case, this car has a purchase price of $62,710. So we'll put that in here, $62,710, which means £1,254.20 is our benefit value, and that comes off our tax code. So our tax code drops to 1132L. So in this example, on £50,000 a year, assuming no other deductions, that car would cost us £360.53 a month, a saving of 23.57%. So $360, so this is salary sacrifice, $360, 53. 360.53, effectively again times 24, which is that times 24, 8,652. So salary sacrifice versus PCP, £20,334 per year, or £847 a month. Now that's assuming you earn £50,000 a year. The more you earn, the more you save. So let's say we earn £60,000 a year, as we've done previously. That comes out at £315.39. That's a saving of £21,417.52 a month. Now, if you earn more than £100,000 a year, you can save even more, sometimes upwards of 60%, because for every £2 you earn over £100,000 a year, £1 comes off your personal allowance. So when you get to £125,000 a year, you have no personal allowance. So if you can sacrifice an amount to bring you beneath that 100,000, the saving is massive and can be up to 60%. I hope that was useful as usual. Please do send me an email here if you'd like a copy of either spreadsheets. Please do hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel to grow. Please like this video if you've liked it. And until next time, take care. Thanks for watching.